Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and it's about time for another LEGO video. My YouTube channel started on July 1st, 2012, with the review of 4790 Alpha Team Robot Diver, a humble set from my childhood. So what better way to return than to review the set again, in clock form. For those uninitiated, Alpha Team was the first spy theme from LEGO and one of the earliest examples to be made alongside a video game. Much like Rock Raiders, Alpha Team was a collaborative effort between the LEGO Group and Digital Domain that impacted not only the game's designs, but also the physical toys as well. Each wave of the toys from 2001 to 2004 is based on one of the locations from the game. Today's set stems from the second wave, Mission Deep Sea, released in 2002, and even provides us with a comic to link the story to the other sets. Evil mastermind Ogle is back to mind control the world, but this time he's taking his pursuits deep in the ocean, specifically the Sargasso Sea, located in the Atlantic Ocean. You may better recognize this area as being near the infamous Bermuda Triangle with oceanic phenomena. The Ogle orbs of yesteryear are now engineered to mutate marine life into submarines. For reasons. Not a bad setting given its abundance of biodiversity, strange swirling currents, and considerable depth, up to 23,000 feet. But Ogle's plans seem to be on the realm of biological and environmental disaster if he isn't stopped. Perhaps a bit too grim for my liking, as we've seen numerous real-world examples before and since this sub-theme was released. Meanwhile, the LEGO Clock series of the late 90s and early 2000s lives in a bit of an aftermarket infamy nowadays. They rarely turn up more than one listing at a time, and when they do, they sell for a pretty penny generally. The watches are rather common, but it's the big face alarm clocks that fail to resurface that often. Which takes us to product 4193351, Alpha Team Mission Deep Sea Clock. Released in 2003, the year following the Mission Deep Sea line of Alpha Team sets, this clock set displays Agent Charge aboard the Deep Sea Robot Diver and features him in full diving gear on the clock face itself. We'll touch upon the model in a moment, but first let me show you the basics of the clock functions. Like other clocks in the series, this one takes an area of 12 studs by 4 studs by 10 bricks tall and has attachment points on all sides but the face of the clock, albeit more limited on the back. Here we find two Technic 40-tooth gears which help us rotate the hour-minute hands and the alarm hand. What, you don't see it? Unfortunately, the smaller black hand is harder to read than its contemporaries against the dark, murky backdrop of the clock, save for a few bubbles. When the alarm is set, pressing this 2x2 area will pop up the studs and set the clock. We also have a light snooze button on the front of the clock, illuminating from the bottom half of the unit. And all of this is functional off of a single AA alkaline battery. Not bad! Even other clocks in my house can barely just tell the time off the same battery, let alone illuminate and set an alarm. Finally, we have this ring around the edge of the clock, presumably to set a smaller timer for how much time passes from the circled time signature. But if this appears unsightly, it can easily be removed. Aside from all that, we have what is essentially a re-release of set 4790 Alpha Team Robot Diver. In other clock sets, it's common for one of two models to occur, a batch of pieces reminiscent of the theme on the clock's face, or a repackage of an existing small set from the theme. This version of the Robot Diver lives between the line. Most of 4790 is here, based on images already found online. However, there was a noticeable absence of the evil orb that accompanied the original set. So far, no other reviews have been posted to show the full inventory, and the only image we have of the complete box does not show any pieces on its preview screen. So until a full copy turns up in the wild, or someone comes forward with a pair of instructions from the clock set, we may never know. Another oddity of the inventory, as noted by several databases, is that the clock uses green 40-tooth gears as opposed to the light gray ones that I received. I'm not sure on the validity of this statement, as the only images I have seen online show the light gray gears. Again, to be researched with another copy surfaces. But since we're talking a difference of 3 or 4 elements, I might as well re-review the Robot Diver in its full force. This 27-piece set is a great low-budget entry into not just Alpha Team, but diving sets in general. We have an exclusive release of Charge, who also comes bundled with a hairpiece once he's on dry land. In fact, every Alpha Team Mission Deep Sea agent offers a swappable hairpiece, a trend that permeates LEGO sets every so often and has made more of a return in recent years. The Robot Diver itself is very flexible thanks to the handful of dark gray link hinges, along with the connecting pin joints and handpieces that match the hinge connections. What pales to be posable is the main body of the small mech. Part 41525PB01 was made exclusively for this Alpha Team line, and it only exists in this color and with these caution stripe prints on either side. While it does have a lot of points for connection, and all to be used throughout the theme, its limited function makes me wonder if an alternative assembly could have worked instead to get the job done and provide better alternative models. Yes, for as small as this set is, the Robot Diver features an alternate model on both the back of the box, as well as the included comic page illustrating its role in the story. When Alpha Team launched, every set in 2001 contained a piece of the story that could be chronicled into a full comic adventure from all the sets. This trend is kept up in Mission Deep Sea and similarly in Mission Deep Freeze in 2004. For this early part of the story, which is also embellished further in the LEGO Club magazines, Charge is sent into the depths of the ocean looking for Olgo's activity. He uses the alt build of the set to disable an evil orb, even though the main model already includes an accessory for such a purpose, before getting caught in the arms of a mutant squid. While Charge was able to free himself using the mech, it also drained it of its power. Not looking good for our electricity expert. Luckily, he is saved by Crunch, Cam, and Radia in their command subs, and they continue to search for the underwater base. In the LEGO Club magazine, Charge disables the functions of Olgo's underwater factory and rockets him to the surface where he would be imprisoned for his crimes. The Robot Diver in this set is also included not just in the clock, but in an entire other Alpha Team set as well. Set 4794 Alpha Team Command Sub, with only the accessory on the hand swapped out. It may seem like a cheap way to build another set, but I see it as a way of giving more Alpha Team members another means of underwater exploration. Now you can have a crew of 3 people exploring the depths up close in these miniature mechs while others survey from the base. However, in both instances, you can't fit all of the diver gear onto each minifigure, as the mech piece does not allow for the diver oxygen tank as seen on the clock face, and included in many of these sets. In fact, Charge doesn't even receive one at all in his set. Perhaps another time we'll dive back into Alpha Team from its 3 waves. From now, I'm happy to do some better justice to my first LEGO set reviewed on this channel, and with a new outlook on making videos. I'm really looking forward to more videos going forward exploring past and present aspects of LEGO history. I hope you'll join me then. I'll be counting the minutes. Once again, this has been Maniac4Bricks, and I'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.